started school there. I went all the way here, but my brothers went to school there for a little bit.
John said like the stuff isn't set up.
When we
Like, is it set up?
that was in the span of their 3 in a row state championships.
Yeah.
Before that,
It is.
2000.
Okay. Thank you.
2000 last time.
You just thought it wasn't set up.
Ken?
He's always here.
Is it about the mic stuff? Yeah.
Are we live?
Start talking into it.
Hello?
Can you hear him?
Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Check, check, check. Check. Yep.
Captains tonight for the Gravette Lions, number 23, Ray Morgan. Number 72, Seth Spencer. And number 64, Justin Selby.
Good.
Captain for the Booneville Bearcats. Number 50, Chase Wiggins. And number 72, Jacob Tucker. Officials for tonight's game, referee Doug Dean, umpire Colby Burnett, and line specialist Mark Johnson, line judge Mike Lawson, and back judge Sam Richardson.
I won't mess that name up tonight. Off the block.
Rapid is one top to the left to the receiver.
Okay. All right. You ready? Good.
Do you have the logos?
Yeah.
You do now? Okay, I'll hit them in between like breaks in the game and stuff like that. Just be listening.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 2 of Gravette Lion football here with the GHSTV and Lion Letterman. Again, this is Ethan McKenzie joined by John Kaiser tonight. Tonight it's your Gravette Lions versus the Booneville Bearcats making their way up Interstate 49 for the week 2 matchup. Little background information here on Booneville. Last week defeated at the hands of the Pea Ridge Blackhawks, had a 19-0 lead over Pea Ridge, which as many of you know is a week 6 opponent for Gravette, and it was the state runner-up last year. Booneville finished 6-5 last year and was beat out by Southside Batesville in the first round. They have 3 conference championships and 1 state title in this last decade. Their head coach is Scott Hyatt. Last year finishing for second place tie in the 4-4A, which if you remember, Gravette played visitors to Ozark last week, which is another 4-4A opponent. On each side of the ball, Booneville returns 8 starters on offense, 7 on defense. For offense, look for them to run a wing slot, a lot of dive, counters, veers. So, John, in your opinion, what is the Gravette defense going to have to do tonight to be able to stop that kind of attack?
Man, they really got to play good up front, especially on the defensive line. They played extremely well in the first half last week, and then they started running away from Bailey Soule, and it got them off guard. Chase Bomber's got to step up huge tonight, and the linebackers got to do their job too.
Yep. It comes down to having to plan your assignment. You know, it's nothing special what Booneville does, but it's effective. It always has been effective. It's coming from a program that has always had success. And, going back to last week, the biggest thing that sticks out in my mind for the Gravette defense is hit and wrap up. And that's going to be the biggest thing. And, for to be able to keep Booneville off the field. As you know, they're going to try to milk that clock out as Gravette wants to go fast. So Booneville is going to look to keep them off the field, the offense that is, and wear out that defense because, as you and I were talking earlier tonight, stamina and depth is not necessarily a factor. Both teams run out here with 38, 39 guys dressed. So, you can't necessarily call that a factor. It's going to come down to which team wants it more, which one is in better shape. So Gravette won the toss, and they elected to receive. So Booneville will kick off from the 40. Logan Rachel is the deep man for the Lions. And we are about to be underway here in Gravette as the ball is kicked. It's going to be taken by the up man at about the 20. He's going to try to get to the sideline before he is hit.
Daniel Huntsman on the return.
That's Daniel Huntsman, the up man. He's going to get it out to about the 30-yard line. So Tajay White making his second start of the year, obviously week 2. Tajay getting his feet wet last week. What's Tajay and O'Brien going to have to do this week on the offense side of the ball?
Well, last week in the first half, they ran it very well. I expect them to try to do it again today, and I think that Booneville's defensive line might not be as good as Ozarks, and I think they'll have success today.
Yep. Booneville's going to have 5 men up front, so look for Coach Harrelson to kind of spread it out. And from the get-go, much like last week, Gravette yet to run an offensive play on a drive, and we're going to have a false start penalty.
You can't get into situations like that, especially start out the game. Booneville's just too physical to start out like that.
Yep. So an illegal motion against the Lions, back them up 5 yards. So White is going to be in shotgun. He's got a 2 tight end set. Ballard, the man to the top of your screen on the left. This is Brady Mormon to the bottom. O'Brien joins him in the backfield. White is going to once again send Mormon in motion. Open it up and hand it off to O'Brien. O'Brien's going to get wrapped up by his ankles. Get it back to a little past the initial line of scrimmage for a gain of 6.
And tonight, Brandon Ballard starting wide receiver tonight. Chris Childress out with an injury tonight. Brandon Ballard will be playing every snap tonight. Wide receiver, kickoff, kick return, punt return, everything. He's got a long night for him.
Yep. Well, senior stepping up when somebody goes down. White's going to come out with trips to his right. He's going to tuck it and run to his right. He's going to get a block from O'Brien. He's going to get out across the 35 or right at it. It's going to be where it's marked, so it's going to be 3rd and about 2.
Establishing the run early again.
Yep.
I mean, they did first half last week, and if they could do it the whole game today, it could be a nice night.
Yep. And much like we talked about here, it's going to be important for Gravette to move the chains here, keep Booneville away from the football, keep their offense off the field as they like to just wear out defenses. White's going to look to throw this time. He's going to overthrow Brady Mormon out in the flats. So that's going to bring up a 4th down, so 3 and out for the Lions on their first drive.
Even though it was incomplete, it's nice to see them go to the pass early. I like to see them experiment on other things. It's an important game tonight, but an out-of-conference team, too. You might want to see what you can do in different aspects of the game besides running the football.
Good point.
Back to punt today.
Teichman is going to be in punt formation, but guys will go back to that illegal motion on the Lions first play. That's the difference between a first down, and once again, Gravette's going to jump again.
Goes back 5 yards.
That's number 59, Noah Race up there for the Bearcats, just kind of jumping around and causing flinches. He's done it twice. Both times been successful.
He's going to be a hard man to block tonight. I saw him on film. He's a disruptor.
So clean snap, end over end punt. Going to call for a fair catch at the 39-yard line. That's number 11, Brennan Ulmer. So Booneville's offense will try it out for their first possession.
And here we go for the Gravette defense. The biggest question mark tonight is if we can stop their offense. They had a big first quarter last week against P. Ridge, and we'll hope to not let them do that today. It could be devastating in the end.
Look for Gravette to stack that box up, possibly have 8 to 9 guys in the box, as there's only going to be one man split out for most of the game for Booneville. That is Ulmer, the quarterback. He's going to read right there. Gravette bench is wanting a hold. They're not going to get it as it appears the end was pulled down right there.
A missed call right there, but it's going to happen all night long. Can't hold it in your mind for long. You got to just step up and play the next play.
And that's what Ulmer's going to be doing most of the night right there.
running quarterback. They don't pass him much.
Nope. I believe that was Carson Ray Jr. in the backfield with him. There it goes again. Ulmer's going to pull it down. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5 on first down.
Even though the quarterback's hitting some yards, it looks like if they would have handed that off there, it would have been a stuff. It's nice to see 2 straight plays like that. That's what I said earlier. It's going to be a big part of stuff the middle of it. And they seem like they've been doing that even though they were play fakes.
So it took one play for the Booneville offense to move it into Gravette territory. About 2nd and 6 now for the Bearcats. Number 4, Michael Hessen, is one of your wing backs. Ulmer moving some people around here. He's going to have motion from right to left. He's going to look like he's going to open up to throw. That's Gunnar Berger that just runs right by him. Now he's running through arm tackles again.
And Booneville inside the Gravette 25-yard line and in scoring territory. Gravette defense needs to step up right here. He's been running all over the field just the last 3 plays.
Berger came up right there, but it just wasn't in control. Berger, a physical middle linebacker.
Yep.
Going back to what we discussed earlier with getting to the point of contact and wrapping up. So Ulmer's going to hand it off this time to his running back. That's Carson Ray. Ray looks like he's going to gain maybe a yard. So 2nd down now.
And looks like they had every aspect of that run stopped right there. Gunnar Berger wrapped up the quarterback even though he didn't have the ball right there.
It's going to come down like we talked about earlier, Kaiser, assignments. One guy's going to have to be on the quarterback, and it's almost like you're running a spy. So back in that wing slot, he's going to have motion from left to right this time. He's going to pitch it to Hessen. Grimes giving chase, gets a hand on him. He's going to pick up maybe 2 or 3.
Good.
Pikeman getting up there from the tackle.
Good sell defense in these 2 plays. Looks like they might have to pass right here. They're weak point, but we need to see it. We're going to see it sometime today, for sure.
At some point we will. But right now, it's not a bad guess. But you know they're going to probably stick with what they do best, and that's run the football.
Oh yeah.
And if they don't get it, they don't have much of a kicking game. But they're right at the red zone. They're going to go for it as well.
Yep.
So now,
before the game, they were missing pretty close field goals.
Once again, Ulmer, he's going to pull it himself once again. He's going to meet O'Brien, but not before he gets past the chains for another Bearcat first down.
You're right. Just they kept doing what they're doing. It worked.
Yep. Nothing special to it. It's just simple running the football, and you guys got to stop our guy.
It's tough to see that quarterback running that well on us. You know, it seems like it hasn't been too hard for him right now. But I bet you Gravette steps up, though. About, 14 yards from the end zone?
So 1st and 10 from about the 14-yard line. Gravette 14. He's going to have motion from left to right. Ulmer is going to open up and hand it off to Ray. Grimes is going to be there to meet him. He's going to pick up a gain of about 2.
And this is what Booneville does. They started at their 40 and in about 4 minutes. They've only driven about maybe 30 or 40 yards. In about 4 minutes, they killed the clock. And even if they don't score on it, it's still a killer drive. Just they really run it down your throat, and they make you feel it afterwards, too. Look for them to be doing that all game long today.
So 2nd and 6 now inside the 10-yard line for the Bearcats. Ulmer under center. He's going to pull it this time. He's going to make a bounce. He's going to stretch. He's going to have a first down, I believe, inside the 5-yard line at about the 3.
That was a good hit there over by, I think that was Derek Cravens over there on the goal line, stopping the touchdown. Good hit by Derek Cravens, a senior player for Gravette too. I expect a fullback dive from Booneville. They like to do that when they get inside the goal line.
So that's Ray and I believe Rodat's back there. He's going to hand it off to Ray. Ray's going to be stuffed, but I believe his second effort is going to get him 6. And so Booneville doing what they do, running the football, and they are in for the first points of the night with 7:13 remaining in the first quarter.
We're going to see their kicking game right now. They missed all 3 extra points last week. See if they can make that tonight.
Yep, their PAT is highly questionable. I was talking to a gentleman from Booneville earlier before the game. He said that is by far their weakest point.
So expect a lot of 4th down tries tonight probably?
So Austin Dobbs in to attempt the PAT. It's a low snap, but he's going to put that one right through the middle.
And 7-0 or Booneville.
So 7:13 remaining in the first quarter. It's Booneville 7, Gravette 0.
And, the Gravette offense, they started out nice, running the ball. If it wasn't for that false start in the beginning, they would have had a first down, kept rolling.
True. During this timeout, before Booneville points it away, we'd like to give a shout out to many of our fine sponsors. And without these sponsors, this broadcast would not be possible. Those are Arvest Bank of Gravette, Teasley Drug, H&K Heating and Air, Kim Durham Photography, Pitwell Construction, Gravette Athletic Booster Club, Bank of Gravette, Sophie's Boutique, James Scantlin Realtor with Caldwell Banker, Harris McCaney and Fawcett, Grand Savings Bank, Bradley's Bouquets, Greenheart Realty, Patton Electric, Hart and Soule Builders, and Toughcoat. Lion Letterman would like to thank each sponsor and wants you to do the same by giving them your business.
Logan Rachel back to return.
So Logan Rachel is once again your deep man. Dobbs kicks it. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to bounce plop right in front of Gunnar Berger. He's going to pick it up and lower his shoulder. So Gravette will start with really good field position here for their second possession of the night.
And kicking game might be not as good tonight. Chris Childress out with an injury tonight. I heard it was just announced yesterday. Foreign exchange student Florian Offenbach tonight, kicking tonight. Yeah, I nailed that name.
There you go.
And I expect more running from Gravette tonight.
Yep. So White back again in shotgun formation. O'Brien joins him. One man to each side. That's Brandon Ballard. You're going to see motion at the top of your screen. He's going to hand it off to O'Brien. O'Brien's going to make a cut. A little bit of a hole. Shakes off a tackle, dragging a man, and he's going to get it across to the other 40.
A big play from Gravette. Austin O'Brien, you heard that a lot last year. Expected more this year. About a 20-yard pickup. And a big play.
So first down right there, O'Brien goes for 20 yards quickly into Booneville territory.
And another great offensive lineman play right there.
Give those big Ogies their credit. So Gravette quickly up to the line, same formation. Going to open up, hand it off to O'Brien again. He's going to look to get to the outside. He's going to make a jump cut in. He's going to pick up about one this time. Nothing there in between the tackles. O'Brien trying to get creative in space.
I haven't seen Tajay run the ball yet. Maybe they do a read option here, let Tajay run it. Let Booneville see what he's all about.
I was paying attention earlier in the warm-ups, and Coach Harrelson kind of trying to get that speed option and read option back in his system. You know, when you got a quarterback that can run and a running back that everybody keys on, that could be something that White could gain good yards for the Lions. So Gravette is going to have to take a timeout, I believe, a personnel problem or something. Coach Harrelson is not very happy about it. So there's our first timeout of the game with 6:16 left in the first quarter.
And you saw Coach Harrison throw his headset on the ground right there. I mean, I can't read lips, but can't be happy about it.
So at this time, Teasley Drug has been serving the pharmaceutical needs of the Gravette area for over 30 years since Ron Teasley began the business in 1984. Now under the direction of Ron's daughter Lindsay and her husband Ryan, Teasley Drug continues to provide their customers with professional service and genuine care. Teasley Drug's goal is to use the core principles established by Ron and his wife Linda to always be your family-owned and community-oriented pharmacy. Teasley Drug's passion is to maximize your patient experience through a superior level of care and to provide quality products at a competitive price. Call Teasley Drug at 787-5966 or stop by and see them at 205 Atlanta Street.
And something interesting again, Seth Spencer out there. He starts defensive line and offensive line. Another senior going both ways, really putting his body out for this team this year. A lot of dedication on this football team. And like I said, maybe a Tajay White run right here.
Some discussion going on there between the Whitecap and the line judge. Not really sure what was going on. But now I believe it's time to get back to football. So White going to be in a pistol set, it looks like now. O'Brien close to him. He's going to play action fake to O'Brien. Moorman going down the middle of the field, but just overthrown by Tajay White.
Brady had a beat a little bit. And
Moorman did have a step on him. And last week, John, we didn't necessarily get to see White throw the ball a whole lot because we didn't really have to. And when you have a new quarterback, that's sometimes the question is, if you know he can run, but can he throw? And that right there showing that White can unleash it a little bit. Got a little bit of an arm on him.
And like I said earlier, it's not a conference opponent. It's an important game, but
why not?
Why not?
Why not? So 3rd and 9 now for the Lions. White's got trips to his right, and O'Brien, his running back, is going to jump off sides. That's not something you want to see from a senior, a 3-year letterman.
And looks like a must-pass here for Gravette, or you would expect them to do.
Yep. So once again, Gravette taking away all the momentum that they had after one big play.
But we'll see. They can get it right back here on one play.
3rd and 9, though, is much easier than 3rd and 14.
Much easier. I think Tajay went 9 for 21 last week, but receivers need to help him out a little bit more.
The timing's still going to be a little off. So White dropping back to pass. He's got one. He's going to get hit as he throws, so it's going to be short. That's big number 59, Noah Race, junior, 225-pound nose tackle back there.
And I said
Put
earlier,
the pressure.
he's a disruptor. And I saw it in film a couple times. He was triple teamed, and he still got it back there and made the play. They had their hands full with him today. Nice to see their Gravette's defense step up here on the next drive. Be tough to go down by 2 scores, especially to a Booneville team.
So let's see if Teichman can pin the Bearcats back deep here. 4th and 13 from the 43-yard line. Kick gets away, end over end. We're going to see where it ends up. It's going straight out of bounds. I'm not quite sure how far of a punt that will be. We'll wait and see where the mark is.
Still walking up.
Still walking up.
About the 26? Or
Not even maybe a 20-yard punt right there. So 24-yard line, Booneville will take over.
Still worse position than last time.
That's the way to look at it, optimistic.
At least they know what they might try to do, run the quarterback.
Yep. So 5:59 remaining in the first quarter. Booneville 7, Gravette 0.
I imagine they made some adjustments. False start.
We're going to have a false start finally on the left tackle there. That's number 70, Grayson Schlinker for the Bearcats.
Even though it's going to be 1st and 15, I can tell you what they're going to do. They're going to run the ball.
Going to run that ball.
1st down and 15.
And, you know, like Ozark last week was a spread team. They came up quick. They played plays quick. Booneville's not like that. They go into the huddle. They get their play. They come out slow. I think that could be an advantage for Gravette tonight, not playing such quick like last week. And the players that play a lot could help them.
Little sweep to the left here. That's Mormon coming up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Booneville looks like is going to get back to the initial line of scrimmage. Mormon losing his helmet, so he's going to have to come off for a play.
And that is junior Aaron Solomon coming on. Transfer last year from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Okay. It was 21, Jeremy Elliott that was his first carry of the night for the Bearcats.
I think this might be Aaron Solomon's first varsity snap ever.
Good time for it. So 2nd and 10. This time Ulmer's going to open up. He's going to run through an arm tackle once again. That was Colton Grimes who was there. He's going to pick up about 13.
And back to it with the quarterback run.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's almost like a quarterback draw from under center, which is something you don't see very much in football anymore.
And they weren't doing that much last week on film. You didn't really see that much. Maybe they're doing some new stuff this week.
And there's coaches have a week to go back and look at film. They look at their film and they look at the opponent and game plan, and that was part of the thing that I believe Coach Hyatt believed would work against the Gravette defense, and as it's showing. Ulmer's going to open up. He's going to hand it off to Ray this time. Ray, first met in the backfield, is going to get about 6 yards.
And like we said before, you got to wrap up. They had him in the backfield, couldn't wrap up. But he's a big guy, though. They need more than one person to bring him down.
Ray is a junior and runs the ball, weighs 190 pounds, according to Max Preps. We are pretty high up here, so it's tough to really see the physical stature of the young men on the field.
Even from up there, he still looks pretty big. I expect another run.
So now he's going to send 2 men out, 1 wing slot, and that's Ray in the backfield. Ray's going to run into Ulmer and disrupt everything.
Kind of a broken play there.
Kind of a broken play, which not necessarily, you can't really tell if that's on the quarterback or the running back.
Either way, loss of yardage. Doesn't matter how it happened. And
well, that's what we want to happen for the guys in orange and black, so we'll take it.
Looks like a 3rd and 7. And maybe we see a pass from Booneville tonight. Maybe. We'll see.
Over under 3. Are you a betting man?
I am a betting man.
Okay.
But not on live stream.
So big third down here for the Gravette defense. Owen's going to motion out. This time he's going to act like he's going to pass it again. But O'Brien is going to make a great open field tackle and make it 4th down for the Bearcats.
With the way the Bearcats are running right now, I would not be surprised if they ran for it right now. With the lead, how they're running it, I would not be surprised, and it looks like they might be doing that.
Yep.
Or are they punting? I cannot tell. Looks like the quarterback's coming off the field. So
Running a bunch of new guys on the field, I imagine they will be punting. So O'Brien, as everybody knows, great athlete, making a great open field tackle right there to prevent any more damage, and Booneville's offense is going to have to come off the field.
It's nice to have a stop right there. The
It is.
Booneville offense, they're hard to stop.
Mormon is your deep man. They're going to punt it away from him. It's going to bounce back across to the right side of the 30-yard line for the Lions. So Gravette, what's so important here, Kaiser, for the Gravette offense?
They really got to, maybe not score, but they really got to get a good drive here. And, I would love to see 7 on the board and tie this game up. But no penalties. They can't have false starts like that and kill their momentum. Hopefully a big run like that by Austin O'Brien. And I'd like to see Tajay run the ball. Haven't seen him yet. I'd like to be something else than Austin O'Brien running the ball. Change it up a little bit. He did very well last week. I expect him to run this week.
So White is going to come out in shotgun. He's got trips to his left, and that's exactly what we talked about. Gravette's going to jump off sides on 1st down. I don't even believe White is going through any sort of cadence, and we are flinching.
It's like the presence of their defensive line is just, I wouldn't want to say scaring our offensive line, but they got to change something here.
So 1st and 15 now. White with trips to his left. He's going to run a little sweep with O'Brien. O'Brien's going to try to reverse field. He's going to make a stiff arm. Still on his feet. O'Brien running about 50 yards for a 5-yard gain. There is a flag on the play. I believe it is going to be on the Lions. Thrown in the direction of Brady Mormon.
Not too surprised on a play like that, reversing backfield. Players not really noticing it. And holdings like that happen all the time in plays like that. But still, though, like I said,
so they're going to call a personal foul on Mormon for hitting a defenseless player who was nowhere close to the football. I can't really give my opinion on that, or I might get in trouble.
yeah. Big, long 1st down here.
So that'll move it half the distance to the goal.
I would say we might not be running the game right. We might not be running the ball right here.
Take a deep breath. It's still early.
Still early.
1st and forever. Let's just say that.
1st and a mile.
White in a pistol set. Rachel and Mormon are the wideouts. Rachel in the slot. Mormon to the bottom. Ballard to the top of your screen. He's going to motion Mormon from right to left. He's going to hand the ball off to O'Brien. O'Brien's second effort is going to pick him up about 2 yards.
And again, 2nd and a mile here.
That's a good way to put it. Clock flooding with 2 minutes now in the 1st quarter. Booneville 7, Gravette 0.
And this 1st quarter's really gone by quick, I think, or the Booneville's offense. Like I said, they didn't score on their 2nd drive, but they just take time off the clock. And they just tire you out.
Old school grit football.
You don't see too much now in high school or any level.
So White with twins to each side. O'Brien in the backfield with him. He's going to throw a pass to Ballard. Ballard makes one man miss. Hold on to the football, Brandon. We're going to call it 3rd and 9 now. So let's call that a positive, very big positive there. Little catch, coil, and throw for Tajay White. Ballard making some men miss and getting what you call some yaks.
And even though it was a big play there, the penalties before that really put her in a bad situation. And it's still 3rd and long.
So 3rd and 9 is what the Lions will face here.
And I think that was Tajay's first completion of the night. Not a bad way to start that out.
That it is. So Whitewood trips to his left. He's going to look that way, and he's going to fire a screen pass out to O'Brien. It is a forward pass, so it will be an incomplete pass.
And
so fourth down. 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
And hopefully a better punt this time from Kenton Teichman. Try to pin him back deep. Booneville's playing well right now, and they got 2 returners in the back.
On the punt for Gravette, Teichman.
Booneville played very well against Pea Ridge last week.
They did.
But you know, I could say they blew it after the first quarter, so hopefully it'll be like that again.
Booneville comes after the punt. Teichman gets it away.
A good punt there by Teichman.
Teichman was hit after the kick, but Coach Harrelson wants a flag, and Whitecap says no.
We're not getting anything tonight. Well, sometimes you just gotta play with them.
Yep. Booneville is going to take over at their own 35-yard line. 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Pretty good field position again for them. And wouldn't be surprised if they ended the first quarter right here, which they will, and maybe a couple minutes into the second quarter. Yep. Hopefully no touchdown, though.
So Ulmer going to ride out that fullback. He's going to get some second effort, breaking tackles. Gravette desperately needs to wrap up.
That was a point of, that's a necessary point tonight, and like we both said, they really need to wrap up.
And there's really, it's like you talked about earlier, Ozark likes to spread the field, and so open field tackling there because they're trying to get out in space. You know, Booneville's going right at them, and that's something you got to go up there with the shoulder pads lower.
I mean, they're just getting lower. That's what it is right now. They're pushing it to them.
Yep. It's an old saying in every sport that low man wins. Ulmer going to open up and run an option pitch. Great play by O'Brien out on the edge.
Great play by Austin O'Brien there. About a loss of about 5 or 6 yards.
Credit Colton Grimes there as well. He was there to force him to make that pitch.
Nice to see a negative play on a run play from Booneville.
So there it'll be 3rd and about 11 now. That is the end of the first quarter. Booneville 7, Gravette 0.
Tell you what, I've said it a couple times already, but now they might pass the ball. I'm waiting to see it.
Bank of Gravette proudly supports the Gravette Lions. Bank of Gravette is happy to be the 2017-18 All Sports Pass sponsor. Bank of Gravette also has pocket sports schedules available at our Gravette Main Bank, Motor Bank, and Hiwassee branch. Schedules include varsity, 8th grade and JV, 7th grade and junior high football, as well as volleyball.
But 3rd and about 11 here for Booneville, and it's a great spot for Gravette to step up right now. And maybe if we get him to 4th down, a nice punt return from Brady could help the offense out tremendously. It's been besides the first drive, it's been a pretty tight game. Booneville hasn't gotten much. Gravette hasn't gotten much. Maybe it'll be like that all game. You saw last year, Booneville got a quick 2-score lead on us last year, and it ended up being devastating in the end.
As you guys know, last year, week 2, Booneville defeated Gravette 21-7. Gravette had their chances, just didn't execute. So 3rd and 11 here for the Bearcats. Ulmer is going to roll out to his left from a shotgun and look to throw it deep. He's got a man, but O'Brien is there to swat it away. Great play by Austin O'Brien.
I knew they were going to pass sometime.
There's your one.
There's my one.
So that'll bring up another 4th down for the Bearcat offense.
And it wasn't a bad pass. It was not a bad pass. It wasn't. Very well defended. And you know, all week this week, the Gravette secondary, and they talked about how they want to make them beat them passing the ball, if anything.
Young ones watching that play, that's what you're supposed to do. Receiver turns his head, defender turns his head. Great job by O'Brien. Brady Mormon back deep to receive the punt. Clean snap. They're punting away from Mormon. Mormon's going to track it down. He's got a little bit of space. Instead of staying outside, he's going to try to cut it back in.
Gets a couple yards on the return.
He's going to get it out to about the Gravette 45-yard line. So Gravette will take over from there with 11:41.
Great field position for the Lions. Just about 5 yards until they get into Booneville territory. Would be very nice to see a score right here. Tie this ball game up. They started running the ball very well in the first couple of drives, but it seems like Gravette's really done a good job stopping them after that. Coach Mobley, defensive coordinator, he's must have talked to his guys and made some adjustments, and they've worked so far.
So 11:41 remaining in the first half, so plenty of time. White and the Lions offense coming back out on the field. White is going to have trips to his left. O'Brien joins him in the backfield. And there is going to be a flag before it's going to be a delay game on the offense.
And
goodness.
It looked like there was a false start too on the play too. Seth Spencer jumped before the ball was even. They're just killing themselves right now.
Can't necessarily do anything but shake your head if you're a spectator right now.
And,
so first and 15 once again for Gravette before they ever run a play. White going to try to look to get to the outside, trying to outrun a man.
Will not do so.
White's going to have to hurdle the bench. His momentum just going too far before he could shut the motors down.
You know, Tajah White making, I guess, his third start last year in the playoffs. I don't know if I really count that, but third start. And he's made some good passes tonight, a couple a little bit overthrown, but I really think he's showing some confidence. And I like that out of a young quarterback.
Yep. So Gravette with trips to the right now. Ballard, your lone receiver, to the bottom. White going to roll out. He's going to get hit as he throws. Ran straight into his blocker. So 3rd and long for the Lions. It's starting to get repetitive.
Good thing the defense been holding up. About 3rd and 16 here. Expect another pass play here. And if you can hear the Gravette student section, they got loud there for a second. Got a pretty nice showing here tonight.
First home game of the year, not a bad crowd. Booneville brought a good crowd.
They did.
P. Ridge is here scouting.
Oh, of course.
So 3rd and long now. White going to throw a little bubble pop route out to Ballard. Ballard tries to make one man miss. Brings him down by his ankles. So Gravette doesn't even take 20 seconds off the clock there with that drive.
They need to get something going here quick. The Booneville offense, they're going to get something going. They will soon if we don't. Typing back to punt again. He's been pretty good the first, about second half of the last game and first half of this game. Filling in for Kilby pretty well back there at punter.
Teichman going to have to kind of retreat and get it off. It's going to be a low punt. Hopefully take a Gravette bounce, which it will do. And it is going to be down at about the 22-yard line.
It's probably about the worst field position Booneville's had all game. It's nice to see for Gravette. If they stop them, they could get even better field position than last time.
If you've been to the Bentonville Square lately and have seen the Preacher's Son, Scotch and Soda, the original press room, What's Ahead, Massey Building, and Fat Tire Bike Shop, then you have seen the handiwork of Hart & Soule Builders. Hart & Soule specialize in residential and commercial construction projects and are proud sponsor of Lion Letterman. Call Brian today at 721-3637 or follow them on Facebook. So Booneville back out. Ulmer's going to hand it off to Ray. Mormon going to come up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
And another missed tackle in the backfield. I couldn't see who it was on the play. But he had him right there in the backfield. And, he was lower, but he just couldn't make the tackle. Then he started wrapping up.
Hit and wrap, hit and wrap. Fundamentals.
All goes back to fundamentals. And I can bet I know what they're going to do here, run the ball.
Ulmer going to sweep it out to his wingman. That's Grimes, and Teichman giving pursuit. He's going to gain a yard.
Very nice play by Colton Grimes there, getting off the end, and I don't know if he really made the tackle. He got a little bit of his jersey, but
Grimes was the first man there. Teichman coming in to clean it up for him.
And it's just there. You know, we won't see very many other teams as good as Booneville in the season. I mean, we got a lot of really good conference teams, but Booneville, they're real, they're legit.
So 3rd and about 2. Ulmer going to hand it off to Ray. Ray going to have the first down by second effort. O'Brien making the tackle. So that's going to move the chains now. And Ray is slow to get up for the Bearcats.
I think the Gravette defensive line, they've been doing a pretty decent job, but they really got to start wrapping up. they've been back there a lot, and they need to. They need to start wrapping up.
So as Ray is down, take this time to give a shout out to our sponsors. H&K Heating and Air has been providing top-notch heating and air service to Northwest Arkansas since 1999. When your home gets uncomfortable, be sure and call your comfort specialist, H&K Heating and Air. Specializing in today's technologically advanced heating and air systems, H&K is ready to become the call you make during emergencies for maintenance and installation. You can contact H&K at 479-366-1691. You can also check them out on Facebook. Just search H&K Heating and Air.
And both Gravette and Booneville getting breaks. Gravette needed a break. Booneville's been running it pretty well. And maybe a little bit of adjustment here at the timeout. About 9:38 left in the second quarter. Booneville's got the ball at the 35-yard line. Like I said, I think the defensive line is doing good. They just need to start wrapping up, and linebackers need to start wrapping up. You saw Gunner earlier whiffed on a wide open tackle right there.
And a man whose name we called a lot last week, Bailey Soule. Booneville went and watched film, and he hasn't really made much noise tonight on the defense side of the ball. Ulmer's going to split the defense. Mormon going to hop on his back, but not before another big gain for the Bearcats.
And another big gain for the quarterback. He's really been an X factor tonight. I didn't see him run much last week against P. Ridge, but he's really doing it tonight.
If you tuning in with us, just pay close attention to Ulmer whenever he takes that drop back. He's just being patient and waiting for his hole to open up.
And if you saw there, Bailey got through, but that opened the lane right there. I think Bailey shot for the fullback, and then that opened right up.
Somewhere a linebacker has got to fill that gap. So first and 10, just inside the 50. He's going to pitch the ball to Elliott.
He split two defenders right there. Both had a chance for a tackle, and they couldn't make it.
So what should have been a gain of 3 turns into another first down for the Bearcats.
And another slow drive. And around, say, 41-yard line. Slow and steady drive. What Booneville's going to do all game. And they're playing physical. They're being extremely physical. That's what they're going to do.
Yep. So 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Ulmer going to hand it off to his fullback H-back. He's going to keep fighting and push ahead for about a gain of 4.
And another missed tackle, couple yards behind that. Big issue right now. They got to wrap up on the first hit.
We're at second down and 6.
He's not a guy that's just going to go down for just touching him like that.
Hit and keep the feet moving. Hit and keep the feet moving.
Or at least wrap and let someone come hit him too. Don't arm tackle.
So Gravette defense slow to get set up. Ulmer once again, he's going to open up and keep it himself. He's going to pick up about 4 yards, so it's going to be third down and about 1.
And he's extremely patient with it. You just saw him back there for a couple of seconds just waiting for the hole to open up, and he went right into it. Linebacker's got to fill that up. Someone's got to come down. And it's not like he was looking to pass. He's just looking out there for a hole. Third down or 2 right here. This is what LDC stands for. Line Destruction Crew.
So 3rd and 2. Going to have motion from right to left. He's going to hand it to that motion man. That is number 4, Michael Hessen. He's going to have a first down at about the 26-yard line of Gravette.
And a tiring drive here. They're just running it down. They're not fooling anyone. They're doing exactly what you would expect them to do. Quarterback and fullback runs, that's really all they're doing. They can tell you what they're doing. They can tell you what hold. They can still do it. It's not just on Gravette. It's just anyone.
So 1st and 10 now for the Bearcats. We're going to have a flag on the play. Usually that is a false start.
A break for the Gravette defense here, a much-needed break. First and 15 is a lot different than first and 10, especially for this offense.
So first and 15.
And another huddle for them, and gives the Gravette defense a couple seconds to get some rest. You know, some of those guys that play both ways, they got to be getting tired out there, especially with these long drives.
So I believe the ball came out there on the exchange.
I believe Booneville fell on it, though.
But Booneville falls on it, so it'll be second and about 14 now.
And that would have been huge for Gravette if they could have recovered that ball, but second and 14. You can't ask for much better than that right now. That's what you want to do. You just want to get them behind the chains. That's how you beat a team like this. Keep getting them. Just keep making them play behind the chains. And they got to get a big chunk here.
So second and 13 for Booneville. Ulmer once again going to pull it, and an option to the outside. Tajay White out there at the corner position. They're going to get awfully close to the first down.
You know, he might have got dragged a little bit on it, but he wrapped up and he just kept it, but no one was there to help him for it. And
Jeremy Elliott was your pitch man there for the Bearcats.
Third and about 2 here, third about 2 or 3. And would be a huge stop here if they could stop him on third down right now. But even if they did, I guarantee you they'd go for it and fourth.
So another third and short for Booneville. They're going to open up and hand it off to Ray.
They got it.
Ray is going to have more than enough for the first down.
And might be at the 10-yard line. Maybe 11. And only about 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first half. We've had one possession this half, and they've had the rest of it.
So Booneville much in control. You know, Gravette's first possession in the second quarter, they didn't even run 20 full seconds off the play clock. Excuse me, off the game clock.
You know, they get the ball to start the second half.
So Booneville, first down from just outside the 10, so they can gain a first down. Ulmer, once again, pulling back like he's going to throw. There's going another flag on the play.
Hopefully it's on Booneville and not Gravette.
Short gain, penalty flag on the field.
No indication yet.
Not necessarily sure what's going on. So an illegal block below the waist on Booneville.
And accepted.
That'll back them up 10 yards.
Looks like it's might be backing them up 15. Or more than that.
It is a 15-yard penalty. Excuse me, I watched the referee stop because the Booneville players were in the way. So Booneville has one of their first and forevers for the first time tonight.
Maybe a pass play?
Probably not yet.
Ooh.
Quarterback, that time Bailey Soule just wrapping up Ray, and it's going to take down Ulmer at the same time. There's what you need to see out of Bailey Soule.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to see them getting a play on Homer right there, the quarterback.
Yes.
He's been running all over us, and nice to see him stop him right there. And about a second and a mile, almost like our possession a couple possessions ago when we had a huge second or third down. Second 35.
Second 35 for the Bearcats. Ulmer now rolling out to pass, looking to throw. And way off target. Tajay White there in good coverage, though. So even if it was good, White's going to knock it down or pick it off. So third and 35 for the Bearcats.
And might be an indication why they don't pass too much right there. I was seeing them in passing tree earlier, and receivers were dropping some balls. And they'll probably pass again right here. Or maybe try to get a first down run and get in fourth down.
At the territory they're at and for what Gravette's offense has not done tonight, they may run and then see what they can get out of it and maybe run again. Who knows?
Who knows?
But Ulmer is going to be back in shotgun. He's got trips to his left, single man to the right. That is Ballard in coverage. He's going to look to throw. Parker giving chase. His knee had to have been down. His knee had to have been down.
That knee was down.
That is directly right in front of the head official. He has to see that. His knee was way down.
Yeah!
And it's going to be intentional grounding.
Sorry, I got a little bias on that right there. Got a little excited. Imagine it's intentional grounding.
So, Gravette catching a huge break there.
So, back when I said earlier that I guarantee they go for on a 4th down.
Well, let's take a look at the initial line of scrimmage right now. Where is it at? It's at the it's at the 11-yard line. And Booneville is going to be punting from the 42, the Gravette 42. Talk about a swing there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's a loss of 25 yards.
So Booneville 2 punt, Mormon back deep, wobbly punt. Mormon's going to take it on 1 hop.
Gets hit.
Brady is just going to get to about.
Flag.
There's a flag down. Not necessarily sure what that's going to be. I threw it in the direction of a Booneville player laying on the ground.
With 3 minutes 49 seconds left, they need to try to score. They might want to try to play it safe and just go in a half 7-0, but Booneville gets the ball to start us.
Another personal foul, a hit away from the football on Gravette.
They must just like calling stuff against black and orange.
I just don't understand that.
And we're pinned back deep. If we want to score, it'd be about a 92-yard drive right here. You know, I guess that would be okay. Just going in half 7-0.
So Gravette with 3:49 remaining in the first half takes over deep in their own territory, but nonetheless have the football.
I say whatever you do, just don't let them get the ball back.
Take care of the football right here. So White will be in shotgun. He has O'Brien back there with him. Single receiver to each side. White is going to fake it to O'Brien. He's got some room. If he can get loose, he can run for a little while. Tajay going to smartly run out of bounds. He's going to get out at about the 35-yard line. And like John was saying earlier, White was yet to run the football in between the tackles, and there was his first one.
And maybe they should do it a little more. Maybe they've been listening to the live stream.
Well, you got to think, too, just how much focus everybody on defense will put on Austin O'Brien. So Gravette quickly in the I formation, looking to draw Booneville offsides. Get a little bit of a flinch, but he has time to get back.
And a single back.
White going to open up and hand the ball off to O'Brien, who's going to fumble the football, and I believe Booneville recovers.
And I think they did.
Play recovered by Booneville.
Right when I thought the momentum might be shifting our way, it goes right back. Austin O'Brien, a rare mistake. You got to shake it off, though. Got a lot of football left. And maybe they could get a couple more 15-yard penalties on this drive. Killed himself.
So after the big play by White, Gravette, I believe, that's the first time they tried to go under center tonight. There's a fumble exchange on the handoff, so Booneville takes over at the 32-yard line. Ulmer is going to pitch the ball to the left. Gravette gets away with a face mask on that one. There's Michael Hessen on the carry.
Had another good gain. 5 yards and right back to moving the football. With 3 minutes left, though, and they have not much of a kicking game. All you got to do is keep it out of the end zone. I
So
don't
2nd and 5 now.
expect them to kick it.
Yep. Clock right at 3 minutes in the first half. Ulmer's going to send Hessen in motion. He's going to open it up and hand off to Ray, who's going to run through an arm tackle. Before, I believe that's Mormon, who's coming up from his safety spot. That is O'Brien.
He is just like a human bowling ball right now. They're like their pens. It's just as soon as they touch him, he just goes to the ground. You know, Brady Mormon, he's smaller, but there should be more than one person or 2 people get the ball right there. I expect the linebacker to go over there and try to hit him. But
So Booneville back to the line. Another sweep to the left. That's Hessen. That's Mormon going to be there. Mormon and Ballard. Ballard, the corner, making the tackle.
And if you notice, you can see on those plays, Brady Mormon right there, he puts his head right on the football. They're trying to turn that ball over. And score right now could be devastating, though, to get the ball back in the second half, like I've said about 4 times. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left.
So clock just above 2 minutes here. 2nd down and 5 from the 14. Ulmer's going to hand it off to Ray, who's going to gain a yard.
Gain about 1 on the carry.
And Booneville still got 3 timeouts left, though. I mean,
So Booneville with 3 timeouts, and they're going to take one right there.
It's 3rd down.
like to see the crowd get loud right now.
Yep. Gravette Athletic Booster Club is a proud sponsor of this broadcast and wants you to know there are several ways you can get involved, and one of those is by becoming a Booster Club sponsor. The Platinum sponsorship is $250, Gold is $150, and Silver is $75. All sponsorships to the Booster Club are tax deductible. If you have questions regarding becoming a Gravette Athletic Booster Club sponsor, please call Jennifer Mormon at 479-787-0299.
You know, it's like this game's been played on one half the field the whole game. I gotta say, Gravette's defense has played well in the second end. They've been bend, don't break. I mean, the defensive line, they don't look tired. Hands aren't on their knees or anything. They don't look tired at all.
So 3rd and 4 for the Bearcats.
Booneville's just running it good.
Kind of in a dead T formation. Ulmer going to call his own number. There is pursuit, and that is Berger and O'Brien stopping him at the 15.
A big play by the Gravette defense, and that brings up 4th down.
So 4th down, Booneville, no PATs or extra, not really a field goal kicking team. You know, they're obviously going to go for it. If Gravette keeps them out of the end zone right here, you have to call that a win for the defense.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so Booneville still has the chance to gain a 1st down. They have to get to the 9-yard line.
And if they don't get it right here, I bet Gravette just goes into halftime with a 7-0 deficit. Don't want to risk anything else.
So crowd getting into it. Ulmer going to fake a sweep. Grimes is there, but so is a Booneville player, and that is dropped. Ball hits the floor. He was wide open. Fortunate enough, Ulmer intended to Jacob Gregory, who had to make a diving effort to go for the football. Good effort by Gregory. Gregory kind of shaken up. I believe he came right down on the football.
And Brady Morin looks like Austin O'Brien over there helping him out.
Yep.
Good sportsmanship right there.
There's really not a scarier feeling than losing your breath.
And how about lost my breath right there on that wide open play?
I agree.
Air kind of came out of the booth up here.
We can breathe a little bit easier now. So after Gravette fumbles, after a Tajay White big run, Gravette holds Booneville out of the end zone. So with 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining in the first half, Gravette's offense will trot back out there.
Under center again.
White going to go under center. O'Brien, the lone man in the backfield. Mormon is your man to the bottom of the screen. He's going to have motion from right to left. Look for a sweep action here, which is what's going to happen, and O'Brien's going to get nowhere.
And 59 back there again. He's a man. He is a man. And
that's big Noah Race back there again, 225-pound nose tackle.
He'll be making plays all day. You gotta adjust to him. I tell you what, with how the offense has played this first half, 7-0, not too bad. And a lot of football left in the second half. A lot of football.
So White with twins to each side. O'Brien in the backfield with him. A big hole for O'Brien. Looking to run the football. I believe he's going to have a 1st down. Clock should stop to move the chains with 19 seconds and left in the first half.
A big play with 19 seconds left after that first time. You wonder if Coach Harrison might be thinking about scoring right here. Maybe not, but
maybe not. Probably just going to run the ball and see what they can do. Maybe take a shot here later, but White's going to pull it and take it himself.
That's another first
down, so the clock will stop with 8 seconds left.
Might get in time for see how far he can throw it.
Pretty risky, but why not?
Why not?
Anything can happen. So 8 seconds remaining, though. Gravette's going to have to hustle if they do want to get this off. Twins to each side.
This will be the last play.
White's going to take the snap. He's going to fake it to O'Brien, and he's just going to be brought down for a 1-yard loss.
And that will be it for the first half.
So that's the end of the first half. Booneville Bearcats 7, Gravette Lions 0.
A good fought first half right now. And I'd like to see what they do in the second half.
Yep. And before we take our break here, yes, Gravette has caught some breaks there on the defensive side. The biggest adjustment, obviously, Kaiser is going to be on the offensive side of the football and possibly get a 3 and out instead of allowing Booneville to drive down the field before there is a stoppage in their drive. Booneville, like we've talked about earlier, they want to control the clock. And that's what they do. And Gravette defense has got to rise to the occasion to make that stop. Get 3 and out, get your offense on the field, establish a drive. So, once again, we will be back in about 15 minutes for the second half.
That could be a lot worse right now.
Booneville High School's proud to present the 2017 Booneville Bearcat Marching Band. The band's competition show is called the Human Machine. Tonight the band will perform the Movement 1 Machine and Movement 2 Human. Drum major Roberto Montoya is your band president. You may take the field for halftime and thank you.
A couple of scores of interest. Ozark 28, Washington 7. Clinton 28, Berryville 0.
Well, yeah, but they're on halftime, so they normally go get stuff. At least we're not really far behind. It's literally 7-0. If we make a touchdown, we're tied.
Yeah. The last update, Norwood Christian 13, Shawnee Christian 7. Farmington 21, Huntsville 6.
Makes it all better. So can you come up here like whenever it game's on? Yeah.
And Keys, Oklahoma 22-0 over Lincoln.
Excuse me here, fellas. You need your spot, please.
Hey, students, remember the fifth quarter will be held in You've been doing commentating. Tonight is pancake night. The cost is free. Students 7th grade and up are welcome.
Let's know about second half. I hope Coach Carroll says he's freaking getting on. There's no doubt Booneville's better than Ozark is. I mean, it's kind of nice to see like a team that's stuck in pretty rich. We're gonna We don't take breaks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Teams making their way back to the field here for the second half. Once again, if you're just tuning in, Booneville leads Gravette 7-0 after one half of play. Kaiser, let's go over some positives here for the Gravette. Let's say offense. What do they need to maintain? What do we need to keep doing?
Well, the run game has worked to an extent when they weren't getting penalties and weren't getting behind the line or behind the chains, and a couple big plays in the first half, all from the ground game. One decent passing play. Expect them to keep going to the run game, and I would not go under center too often. It hasn't been working too well.
Right.
The back and shotgun has seemed to work decently well, and I expect them to do most of that in the second half.
Okay. And so for the defensive side, Gravette has stood their ground a couple of times. Aside from Booneville scoring on their first drive, whenever Booneville has drove the field, pretty much for every possession they've had. They've had some setbacks with penalties and I believe a fumble or something that kind of disrupted the momentum in a drive. But for the most part, Gravette has bowed their neck when they've had to. But coming out here at the start of the second half, Booneville will receive the kickoff to start the second half. What's going to be the biggest, most vital point here for the Gravette defense?
Oh, they gotta go. I think they got the fireworks here tonight. But I think a great way to start the second half would be a 3-and-out right here. No big drive. I don't care if they don't score. Don't let them drive in the first possession. Don't let them take control. Show them that you can be a physical defense. Be physical right back, wrap up, and make them go to the pass game. It hasn't worked. Do they have one completion? I don't think so. One wide open pass and he dropped it.
I believe so because quarterback Ulmer, he's not a passing quarterback. He's never done it in the system, and the guy was wide open, as John just said, and that's just not what they're comfortable doing. And so it's important for Gravette on that first down, especially minimal yardage. If you've tuned in with us tonight, you've noticed Booneville is gaining anywhere from 4 to 7 yards on most of their first downs, and sometimes they've gone for even bigger to just move the chains. And so a lot of Gravette, like we talked about earlier, their defense has had to bow the neck because Booneville has been in Gravette territory. So look for Coach Harrelson and the staff and then the team to have made their adjustments. That's why you go to the board. That's why you go to the film. Coach Harrelson and all them, they have all the iPad and all that technological stuff these days, and so they can go and actually plug that in once they get into the field house here, put that up on the board, and people can, the players can see their assignments and what's going on, and kind of give them that bird's eye view, and then they can see from that angle and take it from that perspective. So Tajay White has not thrown the ball a whole lot tonight. I think he's had 2 completions. And last week, Gravette did it towards the end of the game against Ozark. We've yet to run a screen pass. That could be possibly something to look for in the second half. We saw it last week when O'Brien went for a big gain in Ozark to get it to within 3 points and give Gravette that onside chance to get the ball back late in the game. So maybe look for one of those, something, possibly maybe open the playbook up a little bit here, because 7-0 right now is a lot better than if you look at the yardage and you're looking at stats, folks, it looks like Booneville is absolutely dominating this game in every aspect, which, and rightfully so, on offense they do have quite a few rushing yards, but at times, like I've said, and I'll say it again, Gravette has bowed their neck, but they have to go back to the basic fundamentals like we talked about earlier. They got hurt a lot last week by just simply not wrapping up.
And it's nice to see them build their neck when they need to, but I would like to see them step up just in general. Just don't let them get past the 50. Don't let them get a first down. Just get 3-and-out. Make them punt the ball. Let them play the field position game, or let them make them play the field position game. Right? They can't, even when they get to the 40-yard line, have to punt. They finish back in the 30-20. You stop them down here in the 30-20. We get here at the 40. And as the offense has been playing right now, we need field position. And right now, Florian Offenbladen got it again, kicking off his first kickoff of the Gravette Lion. just touched the football about 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
A big moment.
Foreign exchange student out of Switzerland kicking it off.
Nice kickoff there.
It's going to be taken at about the 15 by the back guy for Booneville. He's going to move it out across the 40. So Booneville is going to have great field position to start the second half. Low line drive kick. Waiting to see who it was that returned that kick. That's number 23, Ethan Dobbs, for the Bearcats.
And you know, I bet you Coach Malvin and Coach Harrison have pointed out the quarterback draw from 11 homer, and they said he's just waiting for holes, and you gotta be there. No holes can be open. I assume they've looked at that.
So big thing right here, Gunnar Berger, Lions starting middle linebacker, having some equipment issues with his helmet. So sophomore Mason Dagley is going to come in for him. O'Brien there making the tackle after a gain of about 5.
And Mason Dagley on the play as well. Assist there.
There's Michael Hessen on the carry for the Bearcats.
And Gunnar Berger still off on the sidelines, getting helmet adjustments from our athletic trainer, Coach K. Back up to the line of scrimmage goes Booneville. It's a big offensive line.
So 2nd down and 5 for the Bearcats, right by midfield. He's going to have motion from left to right. He's going to hand it off. So that's number 28.
And he just carried the defense for a first down, or almost a first down.
It's going to be enough for a first down into Gravette territory, just on the other side of the 50-yard line.
And already is that 2 first downs on the possession, or just 1? Either way, not 3 and out like I wanted to.
No, it's not.
But they've been bowing their necks when they needed to, and they need to right now.
So 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. He's going to pull it again. That's Cravens giving chase. He's going to wrestle him out of bounds after a gain of about 7.
And another quarterback draw by 11 homer, and he's been a lot of the offense today. He's got a lot of good pickups. He just bounces out. Everything's covered up underneath, and there's no one outside to cover him. You would expect maybe a little bit of an adjustment there, but.
So Berger checks back into the game, finally got his equipment malfunction taken care of. Ulmer under center. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to, that's the big number 28, Grant Rodats again.
And that's another first down, I believe.
And I believe it will be good enough for another first down. May bring the chains out. I believe he's going to call a 3rd down. Nope, we're going to take, yep. Fooled me twice. So it is good enough for a Booneville first down.
And right back, Booneville is driving the ball. Doesn't help they got good field position to start out, though.
Hand it off again to that fullback. And he's just bouncing off arm tackles once again for another Booneville first down.
The Gravette defense just isn't wrapping up, and they need to. They got to know arm tackles isn't going to bring this guy down. And looks like 33 hasn't had the ball. He must not be in the game. Maybe he's still hurt, but 28's doing a great job for him.
Yeah, as you just said, Ray was kind of banged up in the first half, but Rodats also looks like a big physical runner, that fullback spot. It's going to be a little sweep to the motion man. That's Hessen again.
And even on plays that seem like a short game for him, it's still 4 yards. But nicer play by the defense.
Remember we talked about earlier, whenever Booneville did drive the football outside of the first drive, the defense bowing their neck, they're going to have to show it again here. So Ulmer is going to be in that wing slot look. Rodats directly behind him. Hessen and Elliott are your wingmen. He's going to hand it off to Rodats straight up the gut. He's going to pick up a couple of yards, so it'll be 3rd down for the Bearcats.
And on that one, he looks like he kind of just dived forward. He was hit right at the line, but just fell forward for a couple of yards. But it is 3rd down, and this seems like where we've stepped up lately, especially 3rd down and shorts.
So 3rd and short.
I
look for Ulmer here to do his little quarterback draw.
Look for Gravette to be ready for it.
Out in that T formation, now they're going to shift into a wing T. Ulmer's going to pitch the ball. That's number 2, Andrew Robertson, and he's going to have the first down for the Bearcats.
Yep, another first down, and Booneville is just really bullying that defensive line right now. They're creating holes for him, and they're finding opportunities.
So Booneville quickly up to the line. Soule breaks through, but not successful in the stopping him at the line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up a hard-earned 3 yards.
Gain of 3 on the carry.
Could have been a gain of 0 though. A gain of 3 minimum, or not very much of a gain though. And another equipment issue for Gunnar Berger.
So it looks like Berger having more equipment malfunctions.
Mason Zaggy goes back in the game.
Or they sent him off for blood. I'm not necessarily sure what's going on. Looks like they sent him off for blood on his elbow. Ulmer's going to have motion. He's going to hand it straightly off the gut, up the gut to Rodas, who's going to bull his way.
That's a first down.
To about the 2-yard line.
And that was just a bowling ball play. They were too high on him. He was just carrying them with their shoulders.
Rodas just keeping his feet moving and using those legs.
And look at the Gravette defensive line, hands on their hips. They're tired. Well, they got to step up here. Wouldn't be surprised if they brought some pressure right here, brought some stuff up the middle with the linebackers.
So it appears Booneville is going to take a timeout. 6:55 remaining in the third quarter. Booneville going in to score first and goal here, looking to score. It's still Booneville 7, Gravette 0. And when you can, check out Ryan Letterman's newest sponsor, Briley's Bouquets. They are located at 421 West Centerton Boulevard in Centerton. Call 479-224-4662. They are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 and Saturday from 8 o'clock to noon. Not only do they have fresh flowers, but they also make custom wreaths, have an assortment of home decor, and even a small selection of jewelry. They offer a dozen red roses wrapped for $19.99, carry out only. So check out Briley's Bouquets in Centerton.
And Booneville knocking out the door here at the 2-yard line. I expect them just to run the ball up the middle, just what they've been doing. Gravette has to expect it. I expect them to stack the box right here. And it looks like they're going to.
So after the timeout is first and goal from about the 3-yard line. Ulmer's going to open up. He's going to hand it off. And that is Hessen, who is just going to fall into the end zone. So 6:52 remaining in the third quarter. Booneville puts another 6 on the board with a PAT awaiting.
Now it really puts the offense in a... They need to get some urgency going here. They really need a scoring drive.
So Booneville doing what they do, milking almost 6 full minutes off the clock before Gravette's offense can get a try. And the PAT is up, and it is no good, wide left. So 6:52 remaining in the third quarter. Booneville 13, Gravette 0.
Gravette's offense, I know Tajay White. I know he wants to score. Austin Bryant, all the seniors on that offense, they don't want to go down with a shutout. They want to come back and win this thing.
Yep. KD Photography is a first-year sponsor for Lion Letterman. Owner Kim Durham has a completely laid-back and relaxed style and loves to have fun with clients. She believes that your session should be fun and spontaneous. You can check out her portfolio by visiting her website at www.iloverkd.com, or you can give her a call or text at 479-366-2476, or follow her on social media by searching KD Photography.
Like I keep saying, it's important. Gravette needs to score on this possession.
It's as John just said, it is almost mandatory that Gravette scores right here. Not necessarily has to be in a quick way, but as you know, Gravette can't score quick with the style that they want to play. Logan Rachel is the deep man.
Brandon Ballard.
I believe it's going to be fielded by Brandon Ballard, one of the up men, who's got some space. Runs into his own man, though.
Still powers forward a couple more yards. Brandon Ballard's had some plays the last couple games, offensively, returning, and maybe he'll be using the offense a little bit more.
Ballard, as an underclassman, was known more for his corner play, but this year having to step up and more on the offensive side of the ball too, and then special teams. So another good return for Gravette, just out at the 39-yard line. Let's see if Gravette can complete a first play without a penalty here.
And see to try to get them established running game again. That's what they've been doing all day. I expect them to keep doing it.
So White back in shotgun. He's going to motion Brady from right to left. He's going to open up, fake the ball to O'Brien, put his head down, and it looks like he's going to pick up a good push from the offensive line. Kind of a effort as a collective unit there, just pushing their QB forward.
I'll tell you what, right there, you wouldn't know he was about 5'8", 170 or whatever. You know, he
kind of got lost there in the mix, but Pile kept moving, so call it a gain of 9 on first down for the Lions. Once again, back in shotgun. O'Brien joins him. This time he's going to motion Ballard from left to right. White's going to take the snap, hand it off to O'Brien. O'Brien's going to make one cut, running the football hard before he is eventually spun down at about the 46-yard line.
And we are
so Gravette will move the chains. 6 minutes and 1 second remaining in the third quarter.
Into Bearcat territory, and we looks like it's going good so far, but I don't want to jinx anything here. Just keep moving the ball well. I expect another run. Just, it's working. Why not?
Why not? So once again, he's going to motion Mormon from right to left. He's going to open up, pull the ball, and throw a pass to Mormon, which is caught. Mormon's got one man to beat. He throws a stiff arm, and he's going to get in.
Touchdown, Brady Mormon.
Great throw, great catch by Tajay White and Brady Mormon. Gravette strikes quickly.
Forget what I said about running the ball. And there's the fireworks. Touchdown, Gravette. Big play, and that gets it right back in this thing.
Something great set up right there. We've looked at the past 2 weeks. It's been White and O'Brien running that read play. That time right there, selling the fake to O'Brien. Mormon streaking down the hash. I believe it was Ballard on the numbers who was also wide open. Maybe it was Rachel, I'm not sure. But somebody else was wide open as well. But great throw, great catch, and Gravitz is on the board.
Incredible throw. And awesome button.
PAT is up.
Good.
And it is good. So 5:40 remaining.
Like you said,
in the third quarter, it's Booneville 13, Gravette 7.
With the way their offense works, they can score quickly, and that's exactly what they did. And playing against Booneville, that's what you need to do.
Nope. So Gravette goes, I believe that was 1 minute and 22 seconds. Correct me on my math. Maybe, I don't know, but I believe it's 1 minute and 22 seconds. Gravette goes 3 plays and give them 7.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but that might be Tajay White's first career touchdown pass.
He had one to Brandon Ballard on the tip drill last week.
He did. I'm sorry. But a great play by Brady Mormon. Stiff arm at the end there. He's a quick guy. He was a big play guy last year for the receiving corps.
Mormon threw that stiff arm to Michael Hessen, who has done a lot of work for the Booneville offense tonight. So a little pitch and catch there from QB1 to the slot receiver.
And Austin Bloughton to kick off again.
You're playing at home. Kaiser, that gives the home team the momentum, and as you've talked about and everybody knows, momentum is big, especially in the second half of a ball game.
And if you can hear, the crowd's getting back into it.
So the kick is away. It's going to be taken at about the 17-yard line. He's going to run through one tackle. That's Hessen.
And nice.
That's too late coming in for the cleanup. He's going to get it just across the 30-yard line, about the 32.
Grab a defense. They got to be excited. They just got a touchdown. Brady Mormon coming back out. He just scored a touchdown. They got to be very excited right now. And smoke still in the sky from the fireworks. Hopefully there's more in a couple minutes.
I'd like to see that. So grab a defense right here. If we can get a stop, get the ball back. Booneville is more than capable of running a lot of time off this clock, and with a 6-point lead, they will do that. Ulmer's going to motion from right to left. He's going to hand it off to Rodatz again. Rodatz taking much of the load right now for the Bearcat offense.
And only a couple yards here, 2 or 3 yards. Like to see it less, but not a big play, anything like that.
Nope. So after Ray goes down, Grant Rodatz is listed at 225 pounds.
So
that's
not any smaller.
That's a little bit of a truck carrying the football there. Ulmer's going to open up, going to do what they've been doing the whole game. He's going to pick up about 4.
But
3. Call it 3.
Good wrap-up right there. His first hit wrapped him up, brought him right down. He did gain some yards there, but I like to see them wrap up and just bring down right there.
Somewhere you want to think, put Grimes or Gunnar Berger on a spy for Ulmer, because it's simple. He's just taking that little drop, and all he's trying to do is find a gap.
Yep, and maybe have him shift a little bit at the back, or in the box a little bit, just wait for him.
So Gravette stands trying to make some noise, pretty loud in here. 3rd down, there's a sweep. He's going to have the first down, I believe, by just a yard.
Already about 2 minutes taken off the clock from this drive.
You know, it's going back to those big first down gains. We have to minimize the first down gains that are giving them 4 to 7 yards every time.
Like we said all game, you got to keep them behind the chains. Even a 3-yard gain on first down, that's enough for them. But a negative 3-yard gain, that puts them in a spot. That puts them in a difficult spot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 43. 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Ulmer's going to pull it again. O'Brien going to come in from his corner spot and make the tackle. Gain of 4 for Ulmer on first down.
And another bigger gain on first down, like we've been saying. It's just can't let them do it.
Yep. If you get 4 yards on 1st and 2nd down, it's pretty easy to get the last 2 in this style of football.
And like you said, maybe put Gunner or Colton Grimes on a spy, and he's been doing it all game. I don't expect him to stop anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. So 2nd down and 6 now. Ulmer's going to pitch the ball and then be the lead blocker. Berger is there for a very minimal gain, if any at all. It was Jeremy Elliott taking the sweep.
We got 3rd and 5, and the crowd's getting loud here.
3rd and 5, look for the crowd to get back into it.
Oh yeah, this is what Gravette football's about. The line defense needs to step up big here.
It's 3rd and 5 now. Booneville in that wing slot. They're going to look for Gravette to jump, but Gravette gets back. Ulmer looking to take it himself. Somebody get him and wrap up. He's going to be just a couple of yards short, it appears, of the first down.
Looks like maybe 1 yard short. Wouldn't be surprised if they went for it right now.
And there's a Gravette player down. I believe that is Teichman.
It is.
Who was in on the tackle.
That's a big part of the defense.
He's leaning up. Maybe it's a cramp. Maybe he just got stepped on. We'll wait and see.
Don't like to speculate about injuries.
And Teichman's already back up on his feet. So that's a good sign. Walking off on his own power.
Looks like Dakota Lemons is about to go in. Wouldn't be surprised if he went at defensive end and Colton Grimes went at middle linebacker. Yeah, it looks like Colton Grimes is going back in middle.
So interesting to see what Booneville will do right here. Like you said, I imagine they're going to keep that offense on the field. It is 4th and 1. Ulmer and the offense back out there.
If they don't get this, it could be huge momentum shift.
Maybe try to draw the defense off, but no, he's going to hand it off to Rodats. He's going to put his head down, and he's going to have it.
I think he has it.
He is going to have it right at the sticks, maybe a little bit past. I believe he does have the first down.
Maybe they give him a bad spot.
It appears he does have it from our angle.
It looks like he does have it.
They're going to take an official's timeout, though, just to be sure.
But it does look like it's about an inch across.
If it is short, it's not going to be by much.
I believe he does have it, but I'm going to be optimistic.
It's probably best to go ahead. Officials doing the right thing and going to get a measurement.
But hey, that's a play I like to see on first down, hopefully next. Just like an inch gain. I think he's going to have it.
I believe he does as well. And he does.
He does.
By about 3/4 of the football. So Booneville will maintain possession. 2:21 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
And they've
about the 47-yard line.
Once again taking a long drive. And they've only went by 20 yards in about 4 minutes.
So 1st and 10 from the 46. Ulmer under center. He's going to hand the ball off. That's going to be stuffed in the backfield. Can't see who it is that initially got there. That's Colton Grimes. Great play by the junior for Gravette.
And Booneville's player's helmet's off, and he'll have to go off the field for a play. A big play from the Gravette defensive line. Yep. And even though it's a little bit, just a tiny bit behind the chain, still not a 4-yard, 5-yard gain on first down. That gives the Gravette defense a little bit more security.
Yep. Hessen was the ball carrier. He loses his helmet, so he will have to come out for one play. Robertson checks in for him, so 2nd and 10 now for the Bearcats after no gain. Minute 30 remaining in the third quarter. Back in that wing slot formation. Ulmer is going to motion a man. He's going to pull it down himself. Somebody is hanging on, it looks like, to the end of his jersey.
And about a 5 or 6 yard pickup.
Gain of about 6. So big third down here for the Gravette defense. 3rd and 4 from the 41-yard line.
And again, inside Gravette territory, I think they go for it either way. Unless they lose 15 yards or so.
If they get a positive yardage right here, and it is sure, they will go. So in that wing slot formation now, Ulmer's going to send a motion from right to left, hand it off to Rodats, and he's just going to bull his way through. His forward progress is going to give him the first down.
It is just devastating to see a run like that on third down. And that's an injured player for Booneville.
Oh, so first down for the Bearcats.
He got back up though.
Clock stops for a brief moment while the chains move. 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter. If Gravette can get a stop here and get a score, that puts Booneville almost not necessarily in a situation to throw the football, but when the clock is against you, it's what you would look for. So this will be the final play of the third quarter. Booneville's going to have to snap the ball and run a play, as there's a 3-second difference between the game and play clock. Ulmer's going to pull it down himself, and he's going to get stuck this time after a gain of 1.
And that's the play we've needed to be seeing on that play. Gunnar Berger right there in the hole, right where the linebacker should be the whole quarter, or the whole game. A big stick there by Gunnar Berger. Nice play.
So heading into the fourth quarter, it's Booneville 13, Gravette 7.
A tightly contested matchup right now.
Arvest Bank in Gravette is a proud sponsor of Lion Letterman. The branch is located on Highway 59 South, half a mile south of Main Street in Gravette. Arvest has served the financial needs of customers for more than 50 years. Today, that's true in more than 120 communities. Arvest operates 16 locally managed, community-oriented banks, each with its own local president, board of directors, and management team. This commitment to our banks being led at the local level is unusual for a bank the size of Arvest, but we believe it is one of the values that makes Arvest unique. Whether customers are shopping for mortgages, credit cards, personal loans, home equity, or checking and savings accounts, they know they'll get local service at Arvest from neighbors they know and trust. Call the Gravette branch at 479-271-1253.
Gravette defense. That was a big play on first down. That quarterback run that's been working all game, only 1 yard. And, maybe a confidence booster for that defensive line. Gunnar Berger made a great hit on the play, too. He was right there where he was supposed to be. And
Berger and O'Brien, two seniors that came up right there and made that play before any more yards could be gained. So 2nd and 9 now. Ulmer is going to motion 2 men to his right, one in the wing, one in the slot. He's going to pull it out from Rodats, and he's going to run for a really good gain inside the 20-yard line.
For another Booneville first down. And they're inside the red zone again.
Ulmer has showing his little burst of speed there.
He's had a big game today. Been a huge part of their offense tonight.
It would be nice for Gravette to recover a fumble, cause a fumble and recover right here at the start of the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 from the 20. Ulmer is going to hand the ball off to Hessen. He's got a big hole, and he's going to make a cut, and he's going to be inside the 10.
Another big chunk for Booneville, another first down. It's insane how well they can run the football.
So first and goal now from the 9-yard line. Omer's going to hand the ball off. That's number 2, Andrew Robertson on the carry. He's going to get it down inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line.
And a stop here is almost must right now. With how long they can move the ball for. Turnover on downs or turnover or anything could be the only savior for Gravette right now.
So they spot the ball at the 5. It is second and goal from the 5. Going to open up and hand the ball off to Rodas, who's going to be stuffed at about the 2. So third down coming up for the Bearcats.
And this is fourth down territory, no doubt, for Booneville. Even if they don't score on third or fourth down, it's a long field for Gravette. Well, I guess they could kick it, but
could, and that would kind of put it away. Two-score game. They're going to open up and hand it off to Hessen, and he is, I believe, going to break the line of yes, and he is in.
And wouldn't say it's over just yet. There's a lot of football left, a lot of time left.
There is a lot of time left, and as you know, Gravette did score in 1 minute and 22 seconds a while ago. But that is good for a Booneville touchdown. So awaiting the point after attempt, it is now Booneville 19, Gravette 7 with 10:22 remaining in the game.
You know, they're going for 2.
Booneville has decided to go for 2, actually.
Not surprising.
He's going to roll out the pass. He has a man wide open, and that's number 23, Ethan Dobbs, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
That makes it 21-7. And 14 points might not seem like that big of a deficit, but against a team like Booneville, it's a pretty big lead. You know, but still 10 minutes left. If you got about a 1-minute score again, who knows? And Gravette's still got 3 timeouts.
So 10:22 remaining in the game. Booneville 21 after the 2-point conversion. Gravette 7.
And Boone to kick off again. Logan Rachel back to return. It's been a tough game, but Gravette's fought hard the whole time. And they're still in it now. There's, like I keep saying, there's time left. And
Austin Dobbs teeing the ball up for Booneville. Logan Rachel is the deep man. It's going to be a high short kick. It's going to be taken by Huntsman, who kind of fumbles it around. He's going to go down just across the 25, about the 27-yard line. So Gravette desperately needing to answer here, not necessarily quick, but needing to answer.
And like I said, they got 3 timeouts left, and if they score, they could use those on the next defensive possession and hopefully get the ball back. Last week it was a 2-possession game, and they got it within 7. And it made a couple big plays on defense in the couple last minutes of last week's game, and it could happen again.
So Teichman in a pistol set. Mormon going to motion from right to left. He's going to fake it to O'Brien and Mormon, looking to set up a screen, but it is knocked down. I believe that's Rodatz.
Good play by the Booneville defense, but it looked like it was pretty well set up for
It was set up for O'Brien to make a play after he catches it.
Only about 2 guys out here with 2 blockers.
The wall was there. Just a great play by Rodatz, getting his hands up and knocking it away. White back in shotgun. Gravette's going to jump off sides. Once again, that's Colton Grimes. Tight end position, jumping off sides. So going to back it up 5, make it 2nd and 15. Mental errors.
And you know, it is out of conference. Doesn't really have anything to do with your playoff seeding, but it'd be
mental errors.
But it takes a moral toll on you, though.
So White going to fake it to O'Brien, looking to get to the outside. He's going to throw a stiff arm. Looks like he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage before he is shoved out of bounds. There's a late flag. I believe they were going to get Booneville for a late hit as he was already out of bounds, and a second Booneville defender came in and kind of gave an extra effort.
It looks like it's on them, the white cap pointing in Booneville's direction.
So it's going to be a free 15 and automatic first down for the Lions.
Big play for Gravette. Big play for Gravette.
That's Jeremy Elliott on the receiving end of that penalty.
And free first down for Gravette, and we'll take it.
So 15 yards and a free first down. 10 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the game. White and O'Brien in the backfield. White has trips to his left. He's going to look to the solo side, and it's going to be picked off. Ball was overthrown, intended for Ballard, and it's going to be picked off and taken to the house by Trent Wooldridge.
Touchdown Booneville, and that makes it a 20-point game. And you might think still 10 minutes left, but or 9 minutes 15 seconds, but a lot would have to happen. Now they try the extra point.
So after the pick six, point after attempt waiting, 9:53 remaining in the game. Point after attempt is up, and it is good. So that makes it 28-7 Booneville, 9:53 remaining.
Booneville has played extremely good tonight. They give you a taste of what the taste of conference might feel like. You know, gives you feel how good they might be. It gets you ready for them, though.
And right now it's to the point of, are the boys going to compete to the final whistle, or will they just kind of lay down? You know, it's important. Last week they competed to the final whistle. Going to need to show more of that again tonight.
Make the scoreboard closer, and you know, overall, Gravette's played hard tonight. Defense, it's a hard offense to stop. They probably won't play another offense like that again tonight, or again this season. But still 9 minutes. You got to be optimistic. Anything can happen.
So Booneville going to kick it off to Gravette again. That's Ballard, I believe. Nope, not Ballard.
Look at there,
Cravens, the up man, going to take it to about the 40-yard line. So Gravette will take over from there. 9:47 remaining in the game.
And you'd like to see the offense come out and score right here, even if it wouldn't be enough. But to let people know that they're not just giving up yet, that they're gonna fight until the final whistle.
So White with an empty backfield now, trips to the bottom of your screen. It's going to be a quarterback draw for White. He's going to give a second effort. Still getting drug around by his own players. That's 64, Marcus Nichols, in on the tackle for Booneville.
And another good play on the ground. Maybe if there wasn't a lot of penalties in the first half or on these drives, could have been more effective. But when you get put down in bad situations and stuff, you got to start passing it.
So White is going to go under center now. O'Brien in the backfield. They're going to try to run a sweep to the outside with O'Brien. He gives a little juke and a sidestep. He's going to have the first down before I believe he is pushed out of bounds.
And another under center play. And Booneville had some guys out there, and that's Austin O'Brien hurt on the opposite side of the field.
So after the run, O'Brien is down on the Booneville sideline. We will wait and see.
You know, these out-of-conference games, though, they give you a lot of film to look at over the weekend, and they'll come back here tomorrow morning and look what they did wrong and get better. And hopefully Austin O'Brien is just a cramp.
So Brian is walking off. It's something with the lower body. Hopefully just a cramp, nothing. Now he is not walking.
And that's not a good sight if you're a Gravette football fan.
So possibly just got stepped on or something. He's now jogging on his own on the sideline.
Yeah, just trying to jog it off, getting some water.
So now look for White to carry much of the load here running the football. First down, he's going to get nothing.
And looks like the Whitecap gave Booneville play a little bit of a warning there, a couple points.
I believe he was just telling everybody that his forward progress had stopped. They stripped the ball at the end there.
And Gunnar Berger's in on offense for Austin O'Brien. Backup, the backup tailback.
So Berger, number 2, who's going to check in the backfield with White. White looking to throw. Quick route over to Brandon Ballard. It's going to be complete for a gain of about 5.
And another catch for Brandon Ballard, another good play on offense.
Gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down.
Later on in the season, he could be a bigger part of this offense. He showed some good hands, and I don't know if he's dropped any balls, but looks like everything that's touched his hand so far he's caught. And about a 3rd and medium. Tajay White stopped for a loss. It's going to be 4th down here.
We have 4th down.
4th and about, I'll say along 8 for the Lions coming up. Be interesting to see if Coach Harrelson wants to keep his offense on the field or not.
I imagine they will.
Nothing happening there.
No point in punting.
So 4th and 7 for the Lions. Coach Harrelson going to opt to go for it here, down 21.
You know, this could be practice for some situational football too.
Looking to set up a screen to Mormon. Mormon makes the catch, makes a spin move, wiggles out of a tackle.
Going to get the first down.
Middle screen there to Mormon, good enough for a first down.
Brady Mormon with another nice play. He had the touchdown earlier tonight. The sole touchdown for Gravette. That was a well-designed play, and a good run after the catch for Brady Mormon.
Good middle screen right there. So first down now from the 30. O'Brien checks back in. He's got a big hole, makes a cut, runs into his own man. I think that's Huntsman.
Daniel Huntsman, the fullback, senior.
O'Brien.
And, you know, like we were saying earlier, it would be nice to see them come out here and not give up, and, you know, they haven't.
So after that run, O'Brien and Mormon are going to come off the field. They're going to send in their jumbo package. Bailey Soule is now in the backfield. White is going to hand the ball off to Soule, who's going to drive his legs forward after a gain of about 7.
Big carry for a big man.
There's another Gravette player, I believe, down. Can't tell who it is.
Gain of about 6.
I believe. I can't tell. I can't tell at the moment. It doesn't look good, but I couldn't tell you who it is right now, though. Looks like Daniel Huntsman, 43. Yep, Daniel Huntsman.
So Huntsman, who's lined up as one of those fullback H-back spots right there for that jumbo package. Probably gets trampled on a little bit there, trying to blow up holes.
And Gravette offense moving the ball well here, and it's been a long drive. And like you said, it's nice to see them not roll over and just die. They keep competing. And
so after the injury, 6:25 remaining in the game. O'Brien's going to check back in at tailback. He's going to take the handoff and get nowhere.
Coming off the edge there was number 2, unblocked.
There's Andrew Robertson coming in off the edge.
Looks like there was a hole in the middle, but it was closed in on by number 2. He made a good play. 3rd and 5, the ball at the 7.
So 3rd and 5 now. They're going to try to run a sweep with O'Brien. O'Brien's going to make a cut. He's going to get in the end zone.
Touchdown, Gravette. And
so 5:48 remaining in the game. O'Brien gets in for 6. Point after attempt coming.
And look for an Austin Blatton onside kick.
I would say so.
And maybe score another onside kick.
If you're Booneville, you're probably expecting Gravette to onside it. Kick is up, and it looks like it is good. No good. Wide left.
From up here, it looked good.
So 5:48 remaining in the game. Booneville 28, Gravette 13.
So once again, 5:48 remaining in the game. Booneville 28, Gravette 13. It'll be interesting to see what Gravette special teams do here.
Last week Booneville had a 19-0 lead on Pea Ridge. Pea Ridge is one of the best teams in the 4A. They competed with Pea Ridge. They're a good football team.
If you think about it, Gravette's just a few. I wouldn't necessarily say the mental mistakes that they've had have kind of kept the offense from producing drives, but at the same time, it's really hard to establish any type of tempo whenever you're 1st and 15 or anything like that before you ever run a play. There's 4 seconds that ran off the game clock tonight when Gravette took the opening kickoff, and they had already in the negative column for penalties.
And it's really hard for a defense to keep playing well when the offense isn't staying on the field for very long, or especially on their quick touchdown drive. The defense was gashed there, and then a quick offensive touchdown. We're extremely tired.
So Booneville playing the onside kick. They have one deep man. Gravette's going to kind of pooch it, and it's going to go out of bounds.
It didn't look like they actually had the onside kick team out there for it.
New kicker.
Kick out goes out of bounds.
Defense comes out. Lions still got 3 timeouts.
So the ball is going to be placed on the spot where it went out of bounds, and that's going to be at about the 37-yard line.
And with 3 timeouts and 3 and out here, think miracles happen.
5:48 remaining. Booneville going to stick to their bread and butter, which is running the football. Going to make a pitch out to Hessen. Grimes is going to be there to stop him after about a gain of 1. Hessen falling forward.
Right in for about 2. Tackle made by Grimes. 2nd down.
And about 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 8 here. Booneville hasn't passed the ball much today. We expected they wouldn't. And they ran the ball physically, and it looked like it just takes a toll on their defense. I've never coached in my life, and I imagine it's not easy to coach against. And again, just
big Rodax right there, getting that football and just moving his feet.
Just dragging Lions with him.
Rodax picking up a lot of the load for the Bearcats after Carson Ray went out with an injury in the first half.
First down for Booneville.
Another first down for Booneville.
So right at 5 minutes remaining in the game, Booneville with a fresh set of downs near the 50-yard line. Pitch out to Hessen.
Another big play for Booneville.
He'll make a cut up, and he's going to have another first down for Booneville.
be nice to see the Gravette defense step up right here and make a play.
It's the first down.
First and 10 here for Booneville, and they're just going to run the ball again. That's all they're going to do. Gravette needs to show that some life in them right now.
Another handoff. That time it's number 2, Andrew Robertson.
And you know, it's likely he just falls forward for a couple more yards too. They hit him about a 1 yard gain. He just fell forward for a couple more.
Second down at 6.
And about 3 minutes 50 seconds left. Booneville is taking their time.
So Booneville running that play in with about 15 seconds or less on that play clock before they break that huddle. And of course, it's pretty simple. Everybody knows what they're about to do.
And Gravette's not calling any timeouts here.
Another little sweep to Hessen, who's going to bounce off a tackle in reverse field before he runs into his own guy. Teichman going to come up and clean it up.
And that's about a 15-yard gain, another first down for Booneville.
Hessen showing good vision while running the football tonight.
First down at 10.
You've got Rodats, who's just your pounded up the middle and the gritty guy, and then Hessen getting outside and using his vision to cut it back.
Everyone knew what they're going to do, and they've done it well.
Simple and efficient. 3 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the game. Hessen's going to motion out. He's going to turn around and hand it off to Rodats. Rodats is going to bounce it outside, makes one man miss. Mormon giving chase. Flag comes out on the play. Mormon brings Rodats down at about the 5 yard line.
The flag on the play.
Grimes is limping off the field. Holding on Booneville is the call. So it'll be from the spot of the foul, and then we will replay first down.
And but that was another big play for Booneville. They've been gassing us all night. They've created huge holes, and they're just taking advantage of them. And it looks like Dakota Lemons is in the game right now. Maybe that defensive end, I think. Yep. Colton Grimes is off on the sidelines right now.
Turn around and hand it off to Hessen again, who's going to run through another arm tackle. Starting to become a little tired of those two words coming out of my mouth. Arm tackle, arm tackle.
They need to wrap up. I mean, just fundamentals is all it is. I understand they're 28's a big back and they're fast, but 28's a big back, and I understand it's probably pretty hard to bring them down by yourself, but one arm tackles aren't going to do it for sure.
Booneville out in a T formation now.
Spins out of a tackle.
There's Andrew Robertson there on the carry.
Loss of 2 for Booneville.
And he did break a tackle though, and almost got away for a bigger gain. 3rd and 5 here for Booneville. With 1 minute 45 seconds left, I imagine they're probably just going to try to run this clock out.
It appears they are going to let this one run all the way down and probably take a timeout.
Are you surprised your Gravette never used one of the 3 timeouts?
No. Maybe if they would have got the football back in some sort of way, I could see Coach Harrelson using one, but the game the way it is, it's just kind of no real reason for it.
This could be it could be such a different ball game if penalties couldn't take over in the first possessions.
Once again, this broadcast would not be possible without many of our fine sponsors, and those sponsors are Harvest Bank of Gravette, Teasley Drug, H&K Heating and Air, Kim Durham Photography, Builtwell Construction, the Gravette Athletic Booster Club, Bank of Gravette, Sophie's Boutique, James Scantlin, Realtor with Caldwell Banker, Harris McHaney and Fawcett, Grand Savings Bank, Biley's Bouquets, Greenheart Realty, Patton Electric, Hart and Soule Builders, and Toughcoat. Lion Letterman would like to thank each sponsor and wants you to do the same by giving them your business.
And there's going to be a lot to look at from this film. A lot to look at. And last year against Booneville, and I don't like to bring up last year's game, it's not relevant anymore, but it was kind of just like this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's kind of the same story. You Gravette scores and pulls it within one possession, and then they go down and score. Last year it was much like the pick six that you saw earlier tonight. That's what kind of put the game out of the way last year, and once again it's kind of a repeat, same story, different year.
And I don't like talking good about teams if it's not Gravette, but Booneville, they're a tough team. They're a good team.
So I believe Coach Harrelson is going to spend one of those timeouts here just in case his offense can get back on the field here if the defense can hold.
But Week 1 Ozark, they're actually a top 10 team in 4A right now, and Booneville, they're a top 5 team in 4A, and some would say almost beat P Ridge last week. Gravette has a tough out-of-conference schedule, and next week against Jay might not be much easier.
Yep, Jay, Oklahoma crossing the border next week, coming over to Lions Stadium to face Gravette in the final non-conference game, and then after that game, the new season kind of starts. Everything's 0-0. If you can't necessarily just look at records, that's when it starts. Lincoln don't really know much about them this year. Gravette, I believe, cruised to 33-0 win or something like that last year. It was a fairly simple game, but say Gravette does go on and they beat Jay, and then you have that confidence going into conference play, which can carry momentum to that Week 4, Week 5. Week 5 they're going to be facing a tough Prairie Grove team. Booneville's just going to go up and give hard counts every time, and they're going to draw Gravette off sides. And that'll be an automatic first down.
And just when maybe you thought the Gravette would get the ball back. Nope.
So Booneville, I imagine, will probably not run any more plays. You wouldn't think. We'll see what kind of formation they come out in. They are going to come out in the victory formation, and it appears Ulmer is just going to take a knee from here on out with 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining.
Yep. Just going to kill the clock. And no one's getting down here.
And that's exactly what Ulmer is going to do. So he is going to take his knee, as he will have to do, I believe, at least one more time.
I imagine
maybe
so.
2.
And Gravette plays Jay next week, just like you said.
Yep. Jay a lot like Gravette. They're going to try to throw the football and spread it out a little bit.
Yeah, spread it out.
They'll have a couple of playmakers.
It's always tough playing a team out of state like that.
Yep. This will be the final kneel down of the game. Ulmer just letting that play clock milk down. And sure enough, that's what he's going to do. So for tonight, Gravette will fall to Booneville 28-13, move to 0-2 in play. But next week, we said we got a quality opponent in Jay, Oklahoma coming across. It's going to it could be a statement game. It's one of those, like we talked about earlier. It's going to be, you want to win. It's going to be important that if we do win that game for momentum in the conference, and then we will see, how it plays out, and then we'll bring Lincoln on the next week and start conference play. Final thoughts for tonight.
Gravette played tough, and they didn't give up in the end. And Booneville's a good team. They're a good team, and quality opponent. Almost beat Peters last week. I would say overall they have a lot to look at, but they got some positives too. The offense got her going in the end a little bit. Sure. If they could build on that some.
Sure.
And go back or call back on the penalties a little bit. Take it back a little bit.
Cut down on the mental errors. So we thank you for tuning in with us tonight. If you were unable to make the game, tune in with us next week or come to the game. It is another home game, folks. It is better to be here than watching and listening to us. So thank you for tuning in to us, and we will see you next week.
helping me?
There may be somebody else with you. David maybe with you, the one that did it with me last week. I will be in Mexico. Safe travels to you guys. Good luck this year.
Huh? I don't know.